to 10 a.m. and we want to apologize for the delay. It is because of some technical glitches here and there, and we'll be able to work around the clock to make sure that this is rectified. And this morning we want to take a look at how circle groups can be able to drive women empowerment in our communities. And as we commemorate the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, could this be one of the driving factors to end gender-based violence in our communities and in our homes? Well, that is the big question that we are planning to answer this very day today. I have Madam Jaka Joyce Damian. She is the secretary of Women Empowerment Network Uganda, a group based here in Arua City. Good morning, you're most welcome.
Thank you, Auntie.
Okay. And also have Madam Drijaru Charity. She is the chairperson of Women Empowerment Network Uganda, based in Arua City. Good morning, you're most welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Now, ladies, it's my pleasure to have you live on Kokoliriko.
It's our pleasure as well.
All right. Now, let's start our discussion straight away. We are talking about women empowerment through circle groups, and you are in, one such group. Let's start from the genesis of the whole discussion. What is this group all about? Where is this group? Give us some little bit of introduction of this group. Let me start with you, the chairperson, Madam Drijaru Charity, sorry, I beg your pardon.
Okay, thank you so much. I want to start by appreciating West Nile TV. We are super humbled to be hosted here today by West Nile TV. It's such a privilege, it's such an honor. And what can I even say? It's just a blessing of all people. It being WEMNET to be hosted here today to reflect on our theme of today. We say thank you.
Oh, we're humbled.
Okay, talking about Women Empowerment Network Uganda, WEMNET Uganda, I will start by talking about our history. WEMNET Uganda started last year in December. And actually, I and Joyce did start that. We are two good friends. And a question we asked ourselves, we're always going out there to party together. We're always going out there to have fun. And it's all about spending the money that we earn. So we asked ourselves, how long is this going to continue? How best can we continue partying together, but as well as impacting in our lives positively?
Okay, so this is a group of ladies who've been friends, who've been moving out together, forming this kind of association to have a common goal.
Thank you.
Okay. Go ahead.
So we said, what can we do? And the first answer that came in our minds is savings. Let's come together and save and invest together to create an impact in our lives as ladies, to be able to extend that impact in our families, and be able to inspire fellow women out there to do the same.
Okay.
So that is the genesis of WEMNET. So when we did agree that to start doing savings, to start doing investments, it's equally important for us to get registered.
Okay.
So we did agree that we'll get registered as a community-based organization. Though apparently, I will not say that we are so much into the community, but we said it's very important to get registered, to get known to the local government.
Yes.
Since there are a lot of government programs coming up here and there, and they always look at other registered entities.
Entities, true.
And then also, since we have the passion to create an impact in the communities that we serve, we also thought by getting registered as a community-based organization, that will help us stretch our arm into the community. So that leads us straight to our vision as Women Empowerment Network Uganda.
Okay.
We do have a shared vision that we did agree together, that could lead us to where we'd love to see ourselves. And our vision is a transformed society, empowered to thrive throughout the world.
Transformed society, empowered to thrive throughout the world.
Thank you.
All right. So that means you have a vision of transforming the women, the ladies in this group, and also those outside of this group.
Yes.
Okay. All right, now let's look at the saving bit of it. What are the components as you came together to do this? Somebody somewhere viewing us could be able to learn from this discussion. And so let's look at the village saving bit of this group. I'll come to you on the CBO that you said is still in the process. I'll ask you more questions on that. And now let's look at basically the saving bit of it. How is it going? How many women are in this group doing this saving? And probably at a certain point you'll be asked to let us know how important this has been for you as a family. Yes, let me come to you, Joyce.
Yes, Andy, thank you very much for this opportunity once again. As WEMNET Uganda, our major objective of the savings is that we want to instill a savings and investment culture in our women. And we know that recently we realized that women have been in the business of circles, in the business of savings, and we want to be part of those women. And we are already those women that are creating impact in our communities through investments and savings. As WEMNET right now, we are a total of 20 women that always converge. We converge, we do our savings twice a month because we think that is the most, it's most comfortable. Because if we do it weekly, most of us are working out of Arua, so it becomes challenging for us to meet weekly.
Most of you are working women?
We are working women.
Okay.
And we are working women, and most of us, some of us are into business and that. So we have a leadership that is composed, we are blessed with our president, we call her president.
Oh, the president. Drijaru, High Excellency Drijaru Charity, yes.
She's our president, and we have a general secretary who is herself. We also have a finance manager, and we have at least everyone in our leadership setup has a position in our group. And I would like to talk more about how we go about our savings.
Yes, yes.
Our minimum savings value is 5,000. That is the list that at least every woman should bring to save. We do not have a limit. It is limitless.
Okay. But the minimum 5? The minimum is 5,000. But you can save for as big.
Okay. Because we want you to save. Because as women, we are known for always spending. We are known for unexpected expenses. We go to the market and we are always spending. But we want our women to learn how to save. And we also have the component of giving out loans. And our loan policy is one thing that has helped our women grow and have helped our women to start up businesses and also to support their businesses. So our loan policy is that if you have saved less than 500,000, we can give you up to 500,000 loan, which is repayable in 8 weeks.
8 weeks.
That is 2 months.
Okay, okay.
And we charge an interest of 10%. So you repay that after 8 weeks.
Do you do this only for the group members, or even persons outside of the group can benefit from?
Yeah. For now, it's an in-house business. It's only for the group members. But we're hoping that in the future we can even expand to be a circle group that also lends money to other people. And our plan is at the end of every year we sit down and assess what our earnings have been, and we share out this money. And our policy is that beginning from next year, this is not this year, but I would like to talk about it.
Please,
it's
please.
really, really interesting, and I'm sure there'll be other groups out there that would like to learn from us. Our policy is this: whoever has borrowed a loan, 50% of the interest that they bring is enjoyed by the person that has borrowed the loan. Then the 40%
at the end of the year.
At the end of the year, we will share out. So the 40% is money that we are going to share the interest as a group. Then the 10% is for the growth of the group. This is a policy that is a bit unique. Some groups don't do that, and for us, we find that when we give this kind of policy, many people will be motivated to take up loans to be able to support their businesses and grow their businesses.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, we have the aspect of the investments. My president will talk about it later. But we would like, right now we have a 5 years plan. Even if we share the money out at the end of the year, what we do is that we would like we can share out the money, but you can retain your money in the savings
in
group.
the savings group.
And
Okay, okay.
we want to see after 5 years, what are we going to look like? So that is our plan, but we also we have started some program in Ajia that I would like my president to talk about. Thank you.
All right, we'll come to that plan of Ajia. I want to know, how do you safeguard the monies that you have? In very many other groups of such nature, there are issues of corruption that comes in at certain point. How do you make sure that the people's money is safe?
Yes.
How is that done?
That is very important for us. That is why we open a bank account, and our account is with KCB Bank.
Oh.
And our monies are submitted there every month, actually. Every month we put our monies in the bank, and when members want to borrow loans, we take note of that and we withdraw the money from the bank. And so far we have not had any issues of corruption and issues of people running away with others' money. So far we are doing very well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe you had asked the president to make some submission on a specific issue that you have at Ajia, and also some investment plan that you have for these monies that you collect from the group going forward. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Joyce, for that elaborate background of our saving.
Yeah.
Before I go to the investments, I would equally want to talk about one very outstanding component of us,
Okay.
and that is saving for our children.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
We do save for us as members, and we also do save for our children.
Yes.
That is the plan.
We are doing
ongoing.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
We're already doing that. It's because when you look at our children, or when you look at how we grew up not knowing saving is important. So we want to break that norm of waiting until someone is mature to be able to save. So to do that, we decided that every member of WEMNET must save for their child.
Yes.
You save for yourself and for your child.
Thank you.
What if you have 2 or 3 children?
It doesn't matter for us. A child is even children.
Okay,
so we
okay.
just have one account, and even if you have 10 children,
That account is for them.
Yeah, and it is as
Interesting.
low as 1,000 Ugandan shillings.
The one for children.
That is the lowest amount that we want
Wow.
you to start saving for your children.
Wow.
Because 1,000 means a lot.
Wow.
Madam.
Interesting. Interesting.
And,
Yes.
for the children, we consider it as a fixed account. It is a program that is going to run for 5 good years. That means when we are saving for them, you're not allowed to withdraw that money for 5 good years. So when I save for my child, I am assured that even in my absence, this child will have something to start with.
Yes.
The education is assured, the medication is assured. So it's something that would equally love other women out there to learn from.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's equally learn something to ensure. It's like an insurance for our children.
Yes.
And to us as WEMNET, we feel that is something unique that other circles could equally learn from.
Okay. I must confess, I've never had this before. I'm only hearing this from this group, and it interests me a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, go right ahead.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now going to our investment. As WEMNET, we decided that many saving groups are doing savings, but then there is that other aspect of investment that is missing. And yet we think as women we could do much more by putting the little resources we have together to be able to achieve something. So apparently we do have a 1 acre land in Ajia that we bought.
As this
WEMNET.
group.
Yes.
Oh.
And how did we buy it? It's so interesting. We did identify where we would love to buy our land from, and we did agree that it should be in Ajia. We were able to find out how much it costs us to buy 1 acre. So we are 20 ladies.
Yes, yes.
In our group, we established the amount of land and divided it by 20.
Okay, okay, okay.
So that means each person is paying part of that big amount.
Through the savings?
Like for what we did, we decided first pick a group loan.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
So when we picked that group loan, we went and bought the land. On buying the land, we decided now we are to pay back the loan. And everyone must pay the loan.
Yes.
So it was just a matter of dividing the amount spent on buying land by the number of members, that is 20, and everyone had to know how much to pay back as the loan.
Okay.
And we gave ourselves a time period for paying the loan, and it was 6 months. So as I speak, we are done paying back
Interesting. Interesting.
And we have our land.
Interesting. And so maybe before you go ahead, right from the introduction, you talked about when the group started.
Yeah.
Maybe remind us on that a little bit. When did this group start? This could be able to tickle somebody's understanding of how fast you're going. Yes.
Okay, the whole idea started in December, but then the real savings started this year in January.
December last year.
Yeah, December last year, and then the actual saving, the practical work started this year in January.
In January.
Yes.
Wow. Wow, interesting. And so there are a number of issues that always come in play, especially when now women get together to start something of this nature. And so as like earlier on I said, as we commemorate the 16 days of activism, the aspects of domestic violence that always exists in groups. Some men can take this the positive way, others the negative way. And so how do you juggle this saving group issues with family issues? How do you do that? Yes, let me come to, I think that should go to, yes, Charity.
Yeah, thank you so much. I will request Joyce to handle how does WEMNET juggle our activities as WEMNET with family, and then I will handle the how does WEMNET ensure that our activities do not cause domestic violence.
Okay,
Please,
okay.
Joyce.
All right, let me start with you, Joyce. Yes.
Thank you. First of all, we have a very clear schedule.
Okay.
It's very clear. And by the way, we would right now we would like to use this platform to appreciate our spouses. Our husbands have played a very important role in ensuring that WEMNET goes forward. So they have given us support, 100% support. First of all, we've explained to them that we are part of a women organization and this is what we do. And especially when we explain to them the aspect of saving for our children, that interested them. That is how we've got their support.
Okay.
So we have a clear schedule that we meet after every 2 weeks. That is twice a month. And that enables, if a member is unable to participate in the savings, they usually communicate. Communicate to us, and we know that they will not be able to come. And if also in any case that we are unable to hold a meeting, we always communicate. And during times of COVID, things have been difficult because of the issues of the restrictions that were set by the government. It was hard to meet like all the time.
Yes,
so sometimes we have even transacted online. Sometimes we've done mobile money transactions. So that is how we've been able to mix this. But we would like we would like the world to know that as women, we can be able to be a tool that can bring development, and we cannot do it alone. We should involve our husbands. Our husbands should be able to know what we are doing. There should be clear communication, because if there's clear communication, people will be able to understand. But when we keep quiet, we are always hiding it. Some women in some other groups have come to know, they don't even tell their husbands that they are saving. It is secret. For us, it is not secret. They are aware about what we are doing. And some of them are supporting us. They give us money to save as well.
Interesting. Interesting. And maybe just to add on that, Madam Charity. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, like Joyce has said, it's truly not easy as a woman to be able to take care of your family as well as take up other responsibilities. So in addition to what Joyce has said, in times when you feel like you cannot make it, we've always sent our husbands, they know our schedule. We send him and tell him, go and meet the group members.
And he comes through?
And he comes through and delivers the money. And since they are all not to us, our husbands, actually we call them WEMNET in-laws.
WEMNET in-laws.
Yeah, WEMNET in-laws. So they are not all of us. So when mine comes, the group knows that
another WEMNET in-law is coming to deliver.
And then you find at times you do not have a maid as a mother, and you would love to come for a meeting. So we are like sisters. If I realize I do not have a maid and I have to leave my children home, and it's not safe to leave them home, I take them to Joyce's home. because I know Joyce has a maid, and the maid will take good care of my children and Joyce's children. We're able to
when you're doing the savings meeting, yes.
And then we're able to go back home and continue from where we stopped in our duties and responsibilities.
So how is this easy for you? Is it because you were fast friends before you started forming this group, or what?
Okay, well, when we started forming the group, most of us are friends to each other, but again, there are those other ones that were new to some of us and friends to others, and then we created this kind of environment in that group that we are sisters. We have to be there for each other, and we have to support each other to become better. So on coming, the environment is so welcoming, the environment is so supporting. So as we speak right now, it does not matter whether we are friends before or we are not friends before, we are now WEMNET and we are one family. And anything that affects a member affects all of us. And anything that affects a member concerns all of us, and we have to come out together to support a member to come out of that.
And that is why in times when a member has lost someone, we are always generous. We give contributions. The group itself, we have a certain amount of money that we have to contribute for that specific item. And then secondly, another thing that has brought unity is that we appreciate ourselves by celebrating our birthdays every month. For us, it is very important. So we look at how many birthdays are there in a month. We organize a cake, buy for ourselves a few drinks, and if we are able, we buy for ourselves food.
Okay, you do all that in one day, even if the birthdays are in different months. I mean, different dates.
Yes.
Okay.
It is usually at the end of every month that we recognize the birthdays of members. So that has created a sense of understanding, and we now understand ourselves more. The time we started, it was two friends pulling their friends. So at least when you came into the group, you were recommended by someone, and your character was known before you came into the group. So that alone brought a lot of cooperation in the group and understanding.
All right. How do you do communication? Because as secretary, I know you do a lot of those communications, sending, notes to people. How do you do that? Do you do it through WhatsApp, through Facebook, or you just by word of mouth, through calls? How do you do it?
We have a WhatsApp platform where all our communications are done there, but also if there is any emergency, and you know that sometimes not everyone can be on WhatsApp.
At the same time, yes.
For those who are not on WhatsApp, we ensure that they get the information through phone calls.
All right. Now, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll be diving deep into the discussion. I have a women group, saving group, I must say, and we are discussing aspects of saving groups as, drivers for women empowerment in our community. And as we look at all these issues, I think something should be able to tickle your understanding of how you can be a better group in your community to develop your family. And, the most interesting bit for me is they are saving in two formats. One, for themselves. Secondly, for the children. What a group. Let's take a break. We shall be coming right back. And you can go to Booth Collections at Concord Building, room number C311, so that you get dressed and you dress well.
West Nile TV. May you dare ingomwa.
To either be led and shepherded by Jesus Christ.
Radio Network. He is also with the West Nile Press Association.
Viewer, and welcome to the Viewpoint on West Nile Television.
On the 19th of December 1993, and was ordained a deacon.
That is absolutely fantastic.
Hey, why aren't I up there?
My heart, say you love.
I've watched the Sports Club when that song of Mbabazi.
West Nile Television is regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
Opportunity for us to celebrate and thank God together. So we shall be here every Sundays, that you don't have to miss the Sabiti soul.
And just one secret, we shall also be mourning with you. in this pandemic, like you have said, very many people have lost their loved ones. I have lost many friends, many relatives, and sometimes you just want that pick-up moment. We don't know what you may be going through, but if you've lost a loved one, send in those pictures to our website, or else to our Gmail, that is westniletvstation@gmail.com. Send those pictures, we shall put them on our screens, and we mourn and pray with you right before we go into any other thing on that Sabiti show from 9 to 11. I'll be sharing my story, I'll be sharing about all my testimonies from how far the Lord has brought me. Me, for example, alufwa unungeado anangeyo kama Yesu odai anangeyo. You'll hear the story. Please.
I know you can sing. I can do the humming for you anytime. But very importantly, we shall be here every Sundays, as we have said. But you can communicate to us on our social media platforms. We have a Facebook account, and you can reach us on YouTube. You can still watch our programs on YouTube and other social media platforms.
Now let me tell you about YouTube. YouTube every Sunday 9 to 11 shall be live. Please tell them. Live. We shall be...
Live means live.
Live.
Yeah.
If you don't have a screen, but you have your phone, go to YouTube. Our name is West Nile TV on YouTube. On Facebook, it is West Nile TV. On Twitter, it is West Nile TV, but West Nile_TV. You'll find us there, and you can speak to us, you can interact with us. We shall be replying all your tweets, all your messages, when and as of when we can.
Yeah, I'll read them line by line.
Hey, I like that.
Line, yeah.
If he doesn't read your messages, if he doesn't read the messages,
get back to her.
Get back to me.
Yes.
And now, my personal phone number, I'll also give it to you, so that if you cannot get our line, which is 03919-4314, you can get us on, you can get me 0784-667-687. I'll repeat, 0784-667-687. Give them your personal number too.
0785-73-26-22.
You've heard the gentleman. Let us know what's going on. And as we said, Sabiti Show live
right
on channel
here.
what? Channel 477. Channel which one? 477. That is on Star Times, but we also have free to air. If you have a free to air decoder, if you have an inbuilt free to air decoder on your TV, just go scroll. You'll see a channel, the only channel written WNTV. That is short for West Nile TV. We shall also be live, and we are nationwide coverage.
Yes.
We are nationwide coverage. Catch us up. For which show again?
Sabiti Show.
We have talked so much. Let us stand up and we say bye-bye. But remember, Sunday, 9 to 11, we are on. I am Kajik Daisy. And you are?
Feta Emmanuel.
Hey, don't miss. DJ Sanyu.
Sample there.
Hakuna Mungu kama wewe Jala. Hakuna Mungu kama wewe Nguluvi. Wa baraka.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Hakuna Mungu kama wewe Jala.
West Nile TV, may you dare ingamwa.
Welcome back from that break. It is Kokoliriko live on West Nile TV. My name is Opingopi Yusuf Andabati, and I have my guests, the two ladies from a saving group with whom we're discussing a number of issues to do with saving culture for the women, and also how this can empower women to be better, you know, co-development partners in homes, in our communities and stuff like that. And so basically we're looking at all these issues as it unfolds right here, right now. And so let me come to you, Madam Joy, still on the same matter. Before we went for a break, we're having a discussion on aspects of saving culture and aspects of how this has, you know, this saving group and family, you juggling all this. And you started this group within the COVID-19 period, and you've done tremendously well. You've done tremendously well. Hasn't COVID affected you? And if it has, to what degree? Yeah.
Okay, thank you once again. It's true that we started during the COVID period, and it was that period that many people lost jobs. Many people lost jobs, and even though people lost jobs, our loan policy was good, and we encouraged these people, our members, to be able to borrow loans. And they borrowed the loans to support their existing businesses. Some had already had existing businesses. And we had some who started businesses, because if you always have to have a plan B. When plan A fails, that's the job. If it fails, you have to do business. So at least they were able to get the loans from the group, and they were able to start businesses. And the businesses range in so many ways. There's some of our members were able to start a piggery business. Others are into mobile money business. Others are doing crafts business. Wish we came with some of our crafts so that we could show the people, but maybe next time. Yeah, we also have other women that are doing detergents, they're doing liquid soap, they're doing jik, and they're supplying the hotels in Arua. And even one of our members is doing agent banking.
Agent banking.
Yes, she's doing agent banking.
This was from the savings of this group?
Yes, they took up loans from our savings that they were able to start these businesses, and some of them just got the money to back their businesses up.
Yes.
And of course, we know that during the COVID period, there were a lot of restrictions. It was hard for people to come in groups to sit down, and that, like I said earlier, we were banking online. We encourage, because everyone knows our bank account. You can deposit money into the bank account. That will help the issue of COVID not spreading. Then our businesses, obviously, we are struck by COVID, and there were minimal profits, but we had to push on. Even if things were hard, we had to push on and ensure that we were able to do something during the COVID.
Okay, this is very interesting. This is very interesting. And so how do you ensure that this saving, group does not cause, violence, especially in homes and also in our communities? Let me come to you, the president of the group.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you so much, Joyce, for that. And maybe if I can add on how we're able to thrive even amidst COVID-19. There are those other members of ours that were so much in luxury businesses, so they realized actually that moment no one was bothered about luxury. All we needed was food, food and good health. So they had to adjust accordingly to be able to meet the needs by then. So that's how they're able to transit from selling of clothes to liquid soap making, because by that time one of the practices that was being promoted was hand washing. So they had to start making liquid soap and moving around selling it. Since sitting down could not help, there was no movement, so it was hard for people to move from their homes, especially those living far, to come to the market to buy
the liquid. So COVID in a way came as a blessing in disguise. Okay.
Because at the end of it, all you're supposed to save, and we maintained it, we have to save. With or without COVID. So it is up to you as a member to make sure that you're doing something to be able to save. So that is what I wanted to add under that.
Okay.
Now coming back to how WEMNET is making sure that the activities are not causing domestic violence. That's very key to us. We have come together to create an impact in our lives positively, not negatively. So to ensure or to achieve that, we had to consider a lot of factors. We know violence is there, and we know that one of the triggers of violence is accusation that my wife is cheating, my husband is cheating. And how does that come up? It comes up as a result of poor communication. So we well know that WEMNET is a little bit demanding in terms of time, especially when it comes to our savings. You have to leave home and come and save. So when we started, we made it very clear that may we please go back home and inform our spouses of WEMNET that I belong to WEMNET, and this is our saving schedule, and these are some of the activities that may require me to be off home. That was like a rule. So we did that. We took that upon ourselves to notify our spouses and boyfriends, for those ones who are not married. Like we said, they are WEMNET in-laws. So they are aware that my wife, my girlfriend, after 2 weeks in a month, goes and saves. That is one. And then secondly, we've always taken advantage of the existing capacities within WEMNET. If you allowed all the 20 members of WEMNET to introduce themselves, we have nurses, we have M&E, we have agriculturists, we have procurement, we have accountants, we have business women, and we have those members that have stayed in marriage for some time, more than others. So we have a marriage anchor that is there to put us to sense. So
do this, do that, don't do this.
Since our vision is a transformed society empowered to thrive, we have to thrive in everything. In our household, we need to thrive, and we cannot thrive when there is violence. So we have a marriage anchor, and then also we do engage our husbands or our in-laws so much.
The WEMNET in-laws,
yes. The WEMNET in-laws, in a way that when we have something, we invite them. For example, in the month of May, we're able to invite them for a get-together, and we're able to share with them what we do and how we do it, so they have an understanding of how it is demanding to my wife. So that means on this day and this day and this day, my wife is committed saving for our family,
saving for my children,
saving for my children, our children. So which man would become violent anyway with that kind of clear? One of our core values is transparency and accountability. Actually, it's so interesting that when we are done with saving, everyone is on phone accounting to the in-laws.
Yes. So they are the accounting authorities.
We have to account to them to avoid any kind of or any form of suspicion. Because when suspicions begin, that's where trouble starts from. So in order to avoid suspicions, you must communicate.
Let me just add one thing.
Please, Joyce.
We know that women have been called goalkeepers for a long time.
True.
For a long time. And that for us, that is one factor that has brought gender-based issues at home. Because when it is the man all the time providing for the needs of the home, the man gets tired. So just because we are women that are doing savings, not only for our families, but also for the future of our children, that has been able to kind of leverage the issues of gender-based violence. And we forgot to mention that WEMNET Uganda does not only have Ugandans, we also have South Sudanese.
In this group?
In this group.
Okay.
And we know that some of our South Sudanese communities, they are refugees, and most times these women don't have jobs. They have been sent here to take care of their families. So most times the women are just at home all the time taking care of their kids. But them joining WEMNET has enabled them to pick up loans, and they hear that a sister, and when we introduced ourselves, when we started, you tell where you work or what business you do. So you hear a sister saying, maybe I am not work, I'm not into the NGO world, but I'm doing business. So you get motivated to say, let me do a business. So most of the women, the South Sudanese women that are in Wemnet are already doing business. And we're very proud of them.
Wow. Like how many are there in this group?
We have about 6.
6
yeah.
of the 20?
Yes.
Wow. Very, very interesting.
One of them.
Yeah, I am. I'm South Sudanese, by the way.
You are South Sudanese?
Yes, but I was raised in Uganda.
In Uganda. Okay, this is very interesting. Yeah. And so, dear viewer, we are having a discussion on aspects of saving culture. Very interesting. If you've just joined us, I'm telling you, you've missed a lot. But you can as well go to our YouTube page. You'll be able to watch this later on. It is West Nile TV. And right there, you can be able to enjoy all the discussion that we're having right now. And on Star Times, we are at channel 477. You can always be with us. We are already on the Star Times app. You can watch us, by the way, on your phone. Star Times app all the time. It is there just as easy as that. You want me to show you? I'll show you right away. The Star Times app is right here. It's like this. And so you can get that on your phone. And, you know, if my camera person can show us, that is how it comes on your screen. Yes, you can always get us right there on, yes, that. Just type there, West Nile TV, and you can get a number of things on Star Times app. You can watch us on your phone right away. So yes, just to continue with our discussion with the ladies we are having right here in the studios, well, let's look at some of the investment plans that you have. You earlier on told us you have land in Nigeria, 1 acre for this group, which is a very interesting thing for any other group member to hear, to understand. And so what is the plan for this land? And do you have other plans in future? Because one, you let us know what is the plan for this land that you have, specifically in Nigeria. It's a little bit far from the city center. Then secondly, do you have other plans in future? Because you had earlier on said in this group you have business persons. You have people who work in NGO world. And so how are you going to harmonize this much, much better? Though you had said you're already doing some harmonization. How are you going to do this better? The two issues. Yes, let's start with the plan for GIA.
Thank you. Before I would go to the plans for GIA, I would just gender-based violence, especially right now that we are commemorating the 16 days of activism, and then relating it to village savings and loan associations. One of the key causes of gender-based violence, when you relate it to the VSLA, has been the aspect of loans. When you look at other savings, you would find that a woman picks up a loan without notifying the husband. And then when she fails to pay back that loan, the group members are going to go home, carry, whether it is a motorcycle or whatsoever, and their mattress, and they are going with it to be able to recover their loan. For God's sake, which man will stay calm on seeing that a mattress has been carried?
The only mattress of the house is being carried.
It does not make sense. So, how are we doing it differently as WEMNET?
Issues of recovery, I was actually going to come to that, but yes, go right ahead.
So as WEMNET, like she did say, that we give you loans according to how much you have saved. So if you have saved below 500,000, we are not going to give you more than 500,000.
Okay.
Reason being, when you fail to pay this loan, what you have saved should be able to recover. So that we don't have to go to your home, carry that one mattress that is going to cause violence.
Okay. So I want to understand something. If I've saved, for example, 250,000 shillings, how much do I borrow?
You can still take. We can still give you 500,000.
Okay.
We also look at the capacity. Like we see the consistency of your savings.
Yes. Okay.
That is the reason why we have said if you save from like 1,000 to 500,000 to less than 500, you can get up to 500. Is because we see that there's potential in you, and when we give you up to 500, even if you have 250,000, it motivates you to go and work hard to be able to save more.
Okay. And borrow more also.
Borrow more.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. Go right ahead.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Joyce, for that addition. And then making sure that nothing is tampered with. At least that one is sorted. So we know that our homes are safe.
No saucepan is going to be picked. No mattress, no shoes. Okay.
So the other way that we also make sure that there is no violence, actually we did not tell you, but on the 11th of December, we are going to have a get-together.
11th of December this year, okay.
This year, where we're inviting all our in-laws to please come and we account to them what we've been doing from January up to December. We've been telling them we are going for a WEMNET meeting, we're going to monitor what we are doing in Nigeria. So this is the time on 11th to be able to share with them what we do and acknowledge their efforts as our in-laws, because it's truly not easy. At times, of course, especially amidst COVID, like she said, those whose husbands had to support with savings, give our members money to save. And then one interesting success story is that since we've created that good relationship between WEMNET and our in-laws feel free to acquire loans through our members. That's allowed.
So I can acquire loan as a man through my wife.
Yes.
Okay.
So we give that out, and which man is going to not allow you continue saving with WEMNET when he knows that he is going to benefit from you being a member of WEMNET? So like all those dynamics, being able to look at it holistically and considering that at the end of it all, we are all happy. That way we've been able to report zero.
Okay, violence. Okay,
So
this is interesting. Yes.
About the investments that we have in place. We already mentioned that we have a piece of land of 1 acre at Ajia, and we've planted cassava. And by next year, about June, our cassava will be ready.
Okay.
And obviously we'll be looking for market for it, because this is just going to support that group.
The group, okay.
So we also have other plans for the land at Ajia, and I would like my president to share.
To share, please. Go right ahead.
Thank you so much, Joyce. Yeah, like she said, after the cassava, of course, we have a plan. After the cassava, we intend to make good use of our 1 acre land into an agro-tourism center.
Okay.
Where women, the girls that have dropped out of school, and the men are, especially in the Ajia community or Ajia sub-county or Arua district as a whole, is able to come and learn some of the modern farming technologies. We intend to have their greenhouses and irrigation, like water for production, to be able to demonstrate to our communities how we can produce throughout the year. So we feel that is the only way, that's one of the ways we can give back to the community. That is one of the ways we can inspire the women in the rural settings. So we believe when they're able to learn how we're doing it at Ajia, and they're able to replicate it at their household levels, that should be able to generate incomes for them that is enough to take care of their households, as well as to allow them save and invest as women as well.
Okay.
She always says that support a fellow woman. So that is very important to us as WEMNET. As we are growing as WEMNET, we would equally love to see other women out there grow. So that is one of our very big dream for that 1 acre land. And then
we hope to expand it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We truly hope to expand it. That's not enough, but it's something that is a great achievement already. So apparently, a member of WEMNET can say, I own an acre of land. You can imagine. So
just within a period of not less than 1 year. I mean,
if I was to buy that land myself as charity, it would have taken me like some 2 years to save money to be able to buy it. But apparently I have bought the land within 1 year, if I may say, or even 6 months, since we're able to complete payment of the land loan within 6 months. So to the women out there, that is like, it's possible to achieve our dreams within a short time, especially when we come together.
When we come together.
Yes. It's like, and then the next investment plan we intend to have is we intend to buy a car.
Okay. For the group.
For the group. And would like to have a pickup maybe, so that it supports us in transporting our produce from Ajia. Like for example, we'll be harvesting cassava next year, so we need to transport it to a reliable market, and then we'll be able to hire it out to generate us income.
Income at a fee.
At a fee.
Yeah.
So that is the other plan of ours, and many more to come. Of course, when we talk of a car, it's going to take us like the whole of next year, but it's something achievable, and it's something we intend to do. So having the agro-tourism in place and buying a car, that is some good money, you know.
It's some money.
Yeah, it's some money, but we are not scared, we are not afraid, we are going to be able to achieve that. So the key message out there is that there is a lot to achieve when we come together and collect those small resources that we think are too small, put them together to help us achieve our goal. Okay,
this is interesting. And how does WEMNET give back to the community? Do we have the aspect of giving back to the community as WEMNET? Yes.
Well, WEMNET has already given back to the community.
Okay.
Looking at the fact that we already own an acre of land at Ajia, we've created job opportunities, especially for the people of Ajia. They have come to work in our farm, and we've paid them. We feel like that is one way we have been able to give back to the community. And also, remember we said that whatever loans that we take from the group, support our families, and somehow our family is our community. So somehow our families have been able to benefit from the WEMNET loans. Then we've always supported our members, whether in good or bad times. And we physically, when a member loses a relative or someone really close to them, we always make it an effort. It doesn't matter how far it is, we always make it an effort to always be present. And during good times, during marriage ceremonies and that, we have always gone to that community where our girl is getting married from to be able to give support. And like we said, our end of year party is coming, and we hope that with the permission of my president, that we can be able to invite one or two people from West Nile TV.
Wow, we'll be glad
to participate in our party.
Yeah.
Oh. A few ways we've given back to the community, but in the coming year, we hope that we can even give more to the community, because there's more we can get from the community. From the community.
Okay. All right. Now we'll take some break, and when we come back, we'll be able to conclude our discussion. We still have a lot to share, I must tell you, but our time is fast spent. But let's take a break first. We'll be coming right back. Good morning.
West Nile TV. Meyuder Ingomwa.
To either be led and shepherded by Jesus Christ.
Radio Network. He is also with the West Nile Press Association.
Viewer, and welcome to the Viewpoint on West Nile Television.
On the 19th of December 1993, and was ordained a deacon.
That is absolutely fantastic.
Hey, why aren't I up there?
My heart, say you love.
I've watched the Sports Club when that song of Mbabazi.
West Nile Television is regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
Welcome back from the breather. It is Kokoliriko live on West Nile TV. My name is Opingopi Yusuf Andabati, and I have my guests with whom we are here discussing a number of issues. And we are actually at the tail end of the discussion, and we are talking about circle groups as a driver for women empowerment and progress of women in our communities. And basically, this is what we are talking about here. And we have the WEMNET women who are discussing these issues with us. Now, as a group, have you thought of, getting to probably government leaders? Because government boasts of, actually encourages people to form groups so that government loans, government monies, government projects can be extended to groups of such nature. And the beauty is 20-member group, such a big number. Have you had any support from the government? Is that something that you're looking at in the near future? Please shine some light on that. Let me start, I think, with the president.
Okay, well,
yes.
Thank you so much. When you look at the government programs, of course, it requires a group to be registered.
Yeah.
And we must say that apparently we're already a registered community-based organization, and we achieved that in the month of October. So we will not blame the government that we've not been able to benefit from them. It's just because that by the time we got registered, most of the funds, the period for the application had expired. But of course, that does not stop us. Now that we are already registered, that's already a ticket to obtaining or to be able to compete for the government funds. And what I can tell the local government of Arua district and then Arua city is that we are coming to knock on your doors. And please, when we get there, may you please open the doors.
Open the doors.
Because we need it. And it's not only going to benefit us as members of WEMNET, but it's also a way of inspiring the communities out there. That means the scope of impact will be wider. And we'll be doing our best to truly knock those doors. Okay,
all right. There was the aspect of agriculture that you had inculcated in this whole, group. But there are some NGOs that help, through agricultural, funds and stuff. For example, I've known of a group in Wadlai that is supported by Oxfam. Have you tried to, seek for support of NGOs of such nature to help you smoothly run some of these projects that you're having?
Okay, well, yeah. Talking about support and stakeholders, allow me to take this opportunity to be able to acknowledge the fact that we've not worked alone as WEMNET. We do acknowledge that, we do have capacity, but we also do acknowledge the fact that diversity is a resource. So it's important for us to be able to interact with different people, to be able to get different ideas and be able to tap on opportunities here and there. So if you would allow me to acknowledge some of the people, some of the persons in the different organizations that we've been able to interact with, I will do that. From January up to date, I think we've been able to interact with, we have Sam Abala from Cities Alliance, and then we have James Dennis from our World Food Program, and then we have Kenneth from SNV, and we have we were able to interact with someone from GIZ, and we're able to interact as well with Fred and Alan from JAM, and we're able to interact with a lawyer.
Okay.
We have a lawyer, and we want to thank our lawyer so much for being there to guide us legally to make sure that we do not break rules, and that is Abiyo Ivan. We appreciate his effort so much. And we're able to interact with AgriFarm.
Okay.
It's a company, and in our interactions we're able to know what packages they have and what is the possibility of us tapping on those opportunities within their organizations. And we are not sitting down.
Okay. What is the intention of these interactions that you've had with so many people?
The interaction one is to guide us as we move our journey of as community-based organization. We do acknowledge the fact that they have expertise that could help us lay a very good foundation for WEMNET as a CBO, and then also to be able to create that good relationship, hoping that we'll be able to partner at a certain point, especially when they have programs like when you look at our CBO, we will be looking at mainly 3 thematic areas, and one of it is sustainable agriculture, under which we'll be looking at the component of food security, the component of nutrition, the component of household incomes, and the component of VSLA. And then we have our other thematic area, which is women economic empowerment. And under that, we'll be looking at skills development for the women, and then we'll be looking at the Village Savings and Loans Association, stroking it with financial literacy. And then the third thematic area is the health education. And here we'll be looking at reproductive health, environmental health, and then emotional, and being able to offer psychosocial support. So our interaction mainly is that we know, based on their profile, that they do have programs that are related to our thematic areas.
Thematic areas, okay.
So yeah, so that means in case they have opportunities, they should not hesitate to partner with us. We are open to partnerships. Let's work together.
Okay.
And we believe that together we can make a great difference.
All right. Okay. Let me now. Our time is fast spent. What are some of the notable challenges that you're experiencing as women group that you think you need to, if there was a possibility of solving them, you'd be a step ahead? Let me come to the Secretary, Madam Joyce.
Well, at the moment we are self-sponsored, that all our activities, we sponsor them ourselves. And we do not have an office yet. Oh. Yeah, we do not have an office yet. We meet from here and there depending on how we agree.
Under mango trees, under verandas.
Yeah. But at least we go to where we can buy a soda.
Yeah.
We would like to appreciate Coco Palm, by the way. For all this year we've been meeting at Coco Palm and they have been very good to us. So we would like to appreciate them. Then we hope that in the coming year we can be able to establish an office. So that if we talk of WEMNET right now, it seems to be an online
saving the group.
Yeah, but we hope that in the coming year we'll be able to establish a place such that people can be able to locate us. That is the greatest challenge that we have. Then secondly, obviously with the issues of logistics, it's difficult for us when you go to the farm. It's difficult for us. We have to ask vehicles from here and there from friends who have, but they have supported us. But we hope that we can also solve that issue. And mostly those two challenges.
Okay, like all right. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Wow, where would we see ourselves? Like we like I did share. Our vision is a transformed society.
Okay.
And then we want to see us being able to create an impact in the communities, not only the communities who are WEMNET members, but beyond WEMNET members, targeting the women out there, targeting the girls out there, targeting the men out there, like I did outline for you our key thematic areas or our key intervention areas. So that's how far would like to see ourselves. And then for the saving component of it, would love to see ourselves become a circle.
Okay.
So that we're able to loan out money to other people, so that they're also able to invest such monies, and we're able to lead to economic empowerment for everyone.
Okay. Wow. Thank you very much. Our time is up. And so probably if there's just 1 or 2 words that you want to share with the person viewing you at this very point in time, especially to the women groups and women in villages, in our communities, in whichever urban center that they are viewing us from. Let me start with you, Madam Joyce, then I end with you.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, I want to appreciate this platform for inviting us to be able to share our work.
Yeah.
Then I would like to tell the women out there that there is power in coming together. Most times people think when you come together, things will fail. But there is power in coming together. Look at what we have achieved. An individual would be hard. It would be hard to be achieved by an individual. but because we came together, we were able to do this. And yes, we are breaking the norm of women being called goalkeepers. We are no longer goalkeepers. We want to stand 50-50. If a man is paying school fees, if we've not built a house yet, I want to pay rent. If a man is doing this, I want to do this. I do not want to always be begging from a man. That is what I would say. There is power in coming together. And yes, let us say for our children, because they are our future. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me come to the president of WOMNET. Yes.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, and especially to the women. I always like this saying that make yourself useful. And in most times people say that's rude, but that's not really rude. So I would say to that woman out there, make yourself useful, add value to yourself. Because besides you being a wife to your husband, besides you being a mother to your children, besides you being a daughter to your parent, you are yourself and you have a dream. So when you sit down, you're not going to achieve that dream. So it is right now that you need to get up, define what you'd like to achieve if you've never defined it. And if you've ever defined it and you've not been able to do something, know that women are doing something, and if it's not good for you to lag behind anyway. So it would feel good for the women to develop, and you're part of the women to develop. So add value to yourself as a woman. And then at West Nile TV, I must say a very huge thank you. We are super humbled that today we are able to sit here and talk to the women out there, and talk to the girls out there, and talk to the men out there. It's a very huge platform to us, and I'm sure from this platform we'll be able to even receive funding. Who knows?
No, of course, we keep praying.
And we pray that we continue working together with West Nile TV, and we'll be so humbled to come back again next time to share more, and we'll equally be glad to know that next time there is another women group that has come on West Nile TV that was inspired because of WOMNET's work. That will be the best reward a woman that is listening out there can give us and give to West Nile TV, that has invested in a lot of resources to bring us here today. It is not a wastage of time.
All right.
Let's add value to that time by doing something. Thank you so much, everyone.
All right, thank you very much. Ladies, it's been my pleasure having you on West Nile TV, and I must say, every good thing always comes to an end. Our time is up. Well, dear viewer, this is Kokoliriko Live on West Nile TV, and it has been a pleasure having you being with us on Kokoliriko, and hope to be with you again tomorrow. It will be a Friday, and we'll have fun here from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. God bless you, and enjoy the rest of your day.